The tennis world just told you everything you need to know about Alex Ayala. Maria Sharapova doesn't praise just anyone. 5 Grand Slams. Former world number 1. One of the most competitive women to ever hold a racket. And she just said Alex Ayala is going to transcend the sport. Not dominate it. Not succeed in it. Transcend it. That one word should tell you everything. But here's what's even more interesting. Sharapova isn't the only legend saying it. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why the tennis world is reacting to this particular player the way it is right now. Let's go back to Miami. Last year. A tournament that was supposed to be business as usual. Then Alex Ayala happened. She didn't just win matches. She announced herself. The kind of breakthrough that makes the entire sport stop scrolling and start paying attention. Overnight, she went from promising junior talent to name everyone was suddenly searching. Sharapova saw it happen in real time. And she wasn't passive about it. She was at the US Open, watched Ayala's first match live. A tough one. Went home. Then, and this is the part that matters, she came back. She wanted to witness the win herself. Think about that. Maria Sharapova, who has lived through the highest pressure moments this sport can produce, drove back because she needed to see this kid win. That's not casual admiration. That's recognition. Here's what Sharapova actually said, and pay attention to the specific language she used. She said Ayala is representing Asia in a way that inspires millions of people who have never felt represented in professional tennis before. Not, she's a good player. Not, she has a bright future. Millions of people who have never felt represented. Tennis has been dominated by Europe and North America for most of its history. Asian players have broken through, but at the very top, consistently, historically. It's been rare. Sharapova knows this. She said it out loud. Which means Ayala's rise isn't just a sports story. It's bigger than that. But here's where it gets really interesting. Sharapova didn't just praise Ayala's results. She praised her mind. She said anyone can look confident when everything is going their way. That's easy. The real test, the one that separates good players from great ones, is what happens when it falls apart. How do you handle a loss on the biggest stage? In front of millions of people. When your ranking, your sponsors, your momentum are all on the line. Ayala, according to Sharapova, handles it with the maturity of someone far beyond her years. She doesn't spiral. She doesn't collapse. She processes it, resets, and moves forward. Sharapova called that the sweet spot. The ability to celebrate victories without getting too high, and survive defeats without getting too low. Most players spend their entire careers trying to find it. Ayala already has it. Now. Here's the twist most people are sleeping on. This admiration goes both ways. Growing up, Alex Ayala had one absolute favorite player. One person she watched obsessively. One career she wanted to model her own after. Maria Sharapova. So when Sharapova shows up at the US Open specifically to watch Ayala win, she's not just watching a rising star. She's watching someone who grew up watching her. That's the kind of full-circle moment that doesn't happen by accident. It happens when a player earns it. And Sharapova apparently recognized that long before anyone else did. Sources close to the situation say she was quietly mentoring Ayala well before the Miami breakthrough. Before the global spotlight. Before the headlines. She saw it early. She invested in it quietly. And now she's speaking about it publicly. That mentorship, that private belief in someone before the world caught on, may be one of the most underreported parts of Ayala's story. But then Novak Djokovic enters the picture. Greatest player in tennis history by most accounts. Has competed against literally every generation of elite talent for 2 decades. After Ayala's loss at Indian Wells, a moment most people focused on as a setback, Djokovic wasn't talking about the defeat. He was talking about what happened after the match ended. He said she's great on television. But even better in person, that she's carving out her place in the WTA for all the right reasons. Not hype. Not controversy. Talent. Dedication. Hard work. When Djokovic says that about a player, you listen. And then there's Jessica Pegula. Top American player. Smart. Respected. Not known for empty flattery. After Indian Wells she made one thing very clear: one loss does not define Alex Eala. The journey is only beginning. And she wants Eala on her podcast, because the energy she is bringing to women's tennis right now matters beyond rankings and results. 3 different players. 3 different perspectives, one consistent message. So here's the takeaway. The one you'll still be thinking about tomorrow. When the greatest player in men's tennis, one of the greatest in women's tennis history, and a top current WTA star all start saying the same name, unprompted, independently, with genuine weight behind their words, something real is happening. This isn't hype. Hype fades. This is recognition. From people who know exactly what they're looking at. Alex Eala's story is just getting started. And if Sharapova's read on her is right, the tennis world hasn't seen anything yet.